The Rottweiler is one of the most feared and respected breeds on Earth. People admire its strength, its power, and its loyalty, but what they rarely admit is that owning one comes with a price few are prepared to pay. The dark truth about Rottweilers isn't about violence or evil, it's about demand. This is a breed that demands more discipline, more structure, and more strength than most owners ever realize. When people see a Rottweiler, they imagine protection. They imagine loyalty so fierce that the dog would never betray them. But the truth is, that loyalty is conditional. It only exists in the presence of leadership. Without leadership, the very same loyalty turns into chaos. The Rottweiler was bred to guard and protect, and that instinct never sleeps. It doesn't switch off because you want it to. Every sound outside, every visitor at the door, every shift in the environment is processed through the lens of protection. If you don't set the rules, it will set them for you. This is the part most owners never admit. The Rottweiler doesn't just need love. It needs control. And when control is absent, trust breaks down, respect disappears, and danger begins. That is the dark truth. Many owners break this trust by being inconsistent. One day they enforce a rule, the next day they ignore it. The Rottweiler does not forget these lapses. It interprets inconsistency as weakness, and weakness in its world means it must step up and take charge. Others break trust with harsh punishment. The Rottweiler is powerful, but it is also sensitive. Corrections delivered in anger fracture the bond. The dog doesn't see guidance, it sees betrayal, and betrayal lingers. Some owners break trust by neglecting the dog's drive. A Rottweiler without purpose becomes restless, frustrated, and destructive. This isn't a breed that thrives on doing nothing. It thrives on work, on responsibility, on clarity of mission. Without those, it turns its energy inward, and that's when the trouble begins. Shelters are filled with Rottweilers abandoned by families who weren't honest with themselves. They thought they were bringing home a loyal guardian. What they got instead was a relentless force that tested them every day, and when they failed, the bond collapsed. The dog didn't fail them, they failed the dog. That's the truth no owner wants to admit. Because to admit it means admitting they weren't enough. The Rottweiler doesn't compromise. It doesn't wait for you to grow stronger. It simply takes control when you don't. And once it takes control, the bond shifts from partnership to dominance. At that point, the danger is real. This is why trainers and handlers emphasize calm authority. They know the Rottweiler respects only strength balanced with patience. When you bring frustration or weakness to the table, you lose everything. Trust, loyalty, and obedience, all gone in an instant. The Rottweiler is also a mirror. It reflects the strength or weakness of its owner with brutal clarity. If you are disciplined, it becomes disciplined. If you are unstable, it becomes unstable. It shows you who you are whether you want to see it or not. That is what makes this breed both extraordinary and terrifying. It doesn't hide the truth, it reveals it. The bond you can create with a Rottweiler is deeper than most people imagine. When trust is intact, the dog will defend you with its life. But when trust is broken, the same dog can turn cold, distant, and unmanageable. That is the dark side of loyalty, it cuts both ways. Many owners regret not admitting these truths before it was too late. They bought into the myth of automatic loyalty. They didn't realize that the dog doesn't adapt to them. They must adapt to the dog. This is why the Rottweiler is misunderstood. It is not a monster, but it is not a pet for the weak. It is a weapon in the wrong hands, and a legend in the right ones. And which one it becomes depends entirely on you. So here is the truth no owner admits. The Rottweiler is not failing people, people are failing the Rottweiler. Right pointing finger emoji, subscribe for brutally honest Rottweiler truths every week, right pointing finger emoji, like this video if you believe people deserve to know the reality before they bring one home, right pointing finger emoji, and check the affiliate links in the description for training gear, supplements, and essentials every serious Rottweiler owner should have. Because the Rottweiler is not just another dog. It is a breed that exposes you, tests you, and demands you rise to meet it. And if you don't, the truth is simple, it will take over, and once it does, you may never get that trust back.